You press your palm flat against bark and the noise in your head just stops. It turns out that's not metaphor. I'm Annabelle Cross. Welcome to MedHeads. This story starts in Japan, where researchers kept measuring something they couldn't quite explain. Why people who walk in forests consistently come back with lower cortisol, calmer hearts, and a measurably stronger immune system. They gave the practice a name: Shinrin Yoku, forest bathing. What they found had nothing to do with the scenery or the silence or fresh air in any way anyone expected. Trees, it turned out, are constantly broadcasting chemistry, and your body, silently, automatically, is built to receive it. The molecule behind most of that broadcasting, and what it triggers inside you in the first few minutes under a canopy, is the part most people have never been told. Trees emit compounds called phytoncides, volatile aromatic molecules, mainly alpha-pinene and limonene, as a slow-motion chemical defense against insects and fungi. You can't see them. You can smell them. That unmistakable cedar and pine smell is them. Breathe them in and they cross from your lungs into your bloodstream. From there, they go looking for one specific type of cell: natural killer cells, your immune system's forward patrol, the ones whose entire job is to find and destroy cells that have already started going wrong. Phytoncides go looking for them. And what happens next has been measured repeatedly. In a landmark series at Nippon Medical School, participants who spent 3 days in a Japanese cedar forest came back with NK cell activity running around 50% higher. That boost was still measurable more than a week after they returned to the city. Not subtle. That result has since been replicated across multiple independent studies, different forests, different countries, different populations, and pulled together in a 2024 systematic review. The signal keeps showing up, consistently, wherever researchers look. The air in a forest isn't just cleaner, it's a slow pharmacological dose. That's the airborne pathway. Touching the bark itself switches on something completely different. A 2025 study asked a simple question: what's actually happening in the brain the moment your hand touches bark? Researchers had participants touch plant surfaces, bark, leaves, natural wood, for just 90 seconds while measuring brain activity in real time using near-infrared spectroscopy. Live on a scanner. What showed up? The prefrontal cortex, the region doing the planning, the low-level worrying, the same thought on its 7th circuit, quieted visibly on contact with natural textures. On contact. And when that happens, your body reads it as a signal that it's safe to stop bracing. Cortisol drops, heart rate settles. Heart rate variability, one of the cleanest measures of whether your nervous system is actually recovering, not just resting, improves. 90 seconds of contact. The reset has already started. Most of these measurements are short-term, and the longer-run picture is still filling in. But the signal is remarkably consistent across very different study designs. The calm isn't coming from the view. Your prefrontal cortex is simply standing down. That pull to stop walking, press your hand flat to a trunk and just stay, it didn't come from nowhere. It came from biology. A conversation between your stress system, your immune cells, and the chemistry of living wood that's been running far longer than we had instruments to hear it. What the science keeps pointing at is almost embarrassingly simple. Once a day, palm flat on bark. 2 minutes, long enough for your prefrontal cortex to get the memo. Have you felt it? Hand on a tree, something in you just going quiet. Where's your go-to tree? Leave it below. I'd genuinely love to know. And if this kind of evidence-first story is what you're after, there's more on the way. Subscribe so you don't miss them.